This is the Logitech M171, my old mouse. And this is the Logitech MX Master 3, which I'm currently using. Hello, I'm Sunny, and in this video I'll share about my experience with the MX Master 3, what I like and I didn't like, and is it worth buying one? If you haven't heard of Logitech yet, it's an American-Swiss company that makes computer peripherals and software. I've been using the Logitech MX Master 3 for almost 3 months now, and I can't imagine working without it anymore. So why did I make the switch from one Logitech mouse to another? Well, I first learned about the MX Master 3 from Matt Farrell's Working From Home and Smart Home Studio Tour video. He said that he regrets not getting one sooner. It's comfortable, helped him reduce wrist pain, and made editing in Final Cut much faster with all the shortcuts and scroll wheels. Now that last line got my attention. I'm a video editor and I use Final Cut. I wanted to increase my productivity and reduce my wrist pain. I get a lot of wrist pains and sometimes shoulder pains from working in front of a computer for long periods of time. I've searched the web on how much the MX Master 3 is and where to buy it. I'll include a link in the description below. I was a bit surprised with the price since it cost 10 times more than my previous mouse. I was hesitant to buy it at first since it's quite expensive, but I went ahead and made the leap. The MX Master 3 comes with a USB receiver, a USB-C charging cable, and a user documentation. There are 2 color options, graphite and mid-gray. I got the graphite version. The first thing that I noticed when I held it in my hand is the weight. It's heavier than my previous mouse. I wouldn't recommend it for gaming. There are a lot of other options if you're into gaming. It weighs 141 grams compared to my previous mouse that weighs only 70.5 grams. It took me about a week to get used to it, but after that, it felt normal and I don't notice the weight anymore. The second thing that I notice is the shape. The mouse has a high profile. My hands are quite large, so it's alright. I don't know if it's a deal breaker for you. It fits perfectly in my hand and is comfortable to hold. While my previous mouse has served me well and is quite comfortable as well, the MX Master 3 takes it to another level. Now let's talk about the features. As I have previously mentioned, the design of the MX Master 3 is really comfortable to hold. The shape matches the shape of your palm. It's made for the right hand. I hope they make a left-handed version in the future. There's also a rest made for your thumb. Both the palm and the thumb rests have nice textures that matches the matte finish. It's resistant to fingerprints and is better compared to the plastic finish of my previous mouse. The MX Master 3 has 7 buttons. Of course, there's the standard left and right click buttons. In addition to that, there's an adjustable scroll wheel which also acts as the middle click, the wheel shift mode button, a redo and undo button on the side, and the app switch button on the thumb rest. This button can be used in gesture controls. For example, on a Mac, when you press and hold it, then move the mouse to the right or left, you can switch between desktops. The MX Master 3 also has 2 scroll wheels. Yes, not just one, but 2. A vertical and a horizontal one. This is the feature that I like the most. Before using the MX Master 3, I used my trackpad to scroll horizontally in Final Cut. Now, with the MX Master 3, scrolling through my Final Cut timeline is a breeze. I don't need to take my hand off the mouse anymore. While it may sound me being lazy, the time spent on switching from the mouse to the trackpad eventually adds up. All the buttons function except for the left and right click can be customized using the Logi Options app, as well as the horizontal scroll wheel. The app also has several pre-installed settings that change the input's functions depending on what program you're using. For example, in Final Cut, the horizontal scroll wheel lets you scroll horizontally, while in Google Chrome it lets you switch between tabs. You can assign keyboard shortcuts, navigation controls, media controls, system commands, and a lot more. In my case, I customize the settings when using Final Cut, which allows me to edit faster. I plan to make a separate video discussing that in detail, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button if you don't want to miss that. The MX Master 3 also has what Logitech calls as mag speed scrolling, which uses electromagnets. It can switch automatically between pixel-precise scrolling and fluid scrolling. Scroll slowly and you'll feel the haptic feedback for every line. Spin it and you'll get a resistance-free scrolling that lets you get to the bottom of the page quickly. As Logitech claims, you can scroll 1000 lines in a second. It's also nearly silent. Here's what it sounds like compared to my old mouse. In terms of tracking, the MX Master 3 is capable of tracking on almost all surfaces using Logitech's long-running, dark-field, high-precision sensor technology. It can track up to 4000 dots per inch, which is enough for most users. You can adjust the sensitivity using the Logi Options app. The MX Master 3 also has an impressive battery life. According to Logitech, it can stay powered up to 70 days on a full charge. Based on my experience, it's quite accurate. I've only charged it once since I've started using it. Logitech also claims that you can get 3 hours of battery life with a minute of charge. I haven't tried it yet though. You can also use it as a wired mouse while charging. For wireless connectivity, there's Bluetooth and a USB receiver that uses 2.4 GHz wireless technology. You can pair up to 3 devices with the MX Master 3. There's an easy switch button underneath the mouse with numbers that indicates which device it's connected to. There's also this neat feature called Flow, which allows you to work seamlessly between a Mac and a Windows machine. You can effortlessly transfer files between your two computers as simple as copying and pasting. I don't use this feature often since I'm mainly working with my Mac, but it's definitely nice to have. And here's what I didn't like. The button in the thumb rest is a little difficult to press sometimes. The thumb is positioned sideways, so it takes a bit of effort to press it. I think it's better if the button is located under the undo-redo buttons, since it will feel most natural to press it that way instead of pressing it sideways. Also, I've experienced issues with the Bluetooth connectivity on my Mac while using my Bluetooth headphones. So I switched to the USB receiver instead, and after that I didn't have any issues. I think Logitech addressed this issue with the release of a Mac version of the MX Master 3. So, is it worth buying? My answer is a resounding yes. Not only did it increase my productivity, it also reduced my wrist pain. But of course, this is only my experience. Each one of us is unique. What works for me might not work for you. At the end of the day, it's night. Anyway, the decision is still yours to make. If you're right-handed, need a horizontal scroll wheel, an advanced electromagnetic scroll wheel, and you're working in front of a computer for long periods of time, then this mouse is the best for you. If you have any question about anything in this video, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer it. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you think I've earned it, and maybe, just maybe, buy me a coffee. Again, this is Sunny. Thanks for watching.